Good morning, students. Children, this is the second video that I am doing for you. And this video, we will be doing language study. Now, if you look into your question paper, since you are in the 10th standard, in your board question paper, you will be having this as your first question, 10 marks, okay? And all the questions here, when you're talking about language study, will be relating to grammar. So you need to know your grammar topics really well, okay? Now, you've already done most of the grammar in your 8th standard, in your 9th standard also. And of course, we will be revising all that in the 10th. There is nothing new as such in the 10th standard, but you need to do a lot of revision. And when will you be sure or clear with the topic? When you practice, when you do extra exercises. Now, since you have a long holiday, it's a kind request to you, children. I'm not saying that don't enjoy your holidays. It's a time of recreation for you. I understand that. But at the same time, this time gives you free time to do a little more extra work. Okay? So you set a time for studies and see that you will complete all what you did not do. Maybe your early assignments, the textual, we have language study, in the English workshop. Whatever you didn't do, do that. Because anyway, the portion is the same for your board. You have everything there given to you, what is there, what is not there. So in your language study, I will be dealing with some topics today. It's not that only these are important. There are many more. Maybe I'll make another video next time for more topics. But since the time is limited, I've put in few of these topics with sentences. I want you to practice more of these. Okay, look into other books. Surely you have some other books where you can refer to and solve some more exercises. Let me tell you, grammar is like maths, children. Once you know the correct rules, you apply it, you have to get your answer right. Just as in maths. You know your formulas, you put in your formula, you get your sums right. So I encourage you, practice more of grammar. Grammar, you cannot just learn like that. You have to practice it. So coming up to the language study, you have do as directed. The first one, form two present participles in which the last letter is double. Okay. Now, present, you know the tenses. That is very clear. If you're not clear with the tenses, I would advise you go to the video of tenses and watch the video again. See, always when you are going to solve certain things, children, revise it fully and then solve the exercise. Don't go without solving without revising the tutorials. Is that clear? So tense is present participle. Now, whenever we talk about participle, remember it is ing. Okay, keep this in your mind that participle means ing. So present participle. So what you have to do, you have to double. The last letter is double. Now these words are given here. In your exam, it will not be given. I have given you the answer here. Okay. So you have to learn these words by heart. So all these are from your text. So if you know your textual well, that's why we tell you read your text. Read your text. Okay. This is the reason, because half the things are from your textbook, children. So here you have the word plan. Suppose you have the word plan. You're doubling this last letter as it is written there, double it. Okay. So double करके ing लिखना है सिर्फ, तो participle ing. So these words are double. Planning, digging. Then you have which other? Running. Run, running. Okay, stop, stopping. So like that you have to find other two words. Now for homework you're going to go two examples of each of these what exercise I'm doing with you. Okay. Then form two past participles. Past participles of by doubling the last letter. So you have past participle. You have to make it in past tense. So ed आएगा, ठीक है? So here you have the last letter T, double it and you put ed. Then you have beg, double it and put ed. Okay, that becomes past tense. Then make a word register. You've done this earlier, but still I would advise you, remember children, word register means what? Suppose they will give you which word you have to make word register. They are saying of 8 words related to sports. Now, sports related words you have to make word register. Means all the words which talk about sports. Now, which are the words which you can think of? You can have a different answer, children. So, I have put some words. You can have better answers, but it must all be related only to sports. So, you have team, you have matches, captain, sports field, racket, bat, ball, football, referee, umpire. All this is related to sports. Then, next, pick out the infinitives. Now, this is another word. Infinitives, money, what? You have to put to, to, and the verb. Always remember, infinitives means what? You have to have the word to and the verb. So you have to do what now? Only pick out the infinitive. So easy. So if you get a sentence, I didn't have much to say. So which is the infinitive here? Look out for it. Is there to there? Where is it? Here. So to and the verb. To say becomes infinitive. Correct? Then second one, when I was on the road, I began to run. So to run becomes infinitive. So remember this, when infinitive, to and the verb. Let's move on. Then find the hidden words of minimum 4 letters from. Now, there will be a word given to you. Okay? Now, इसमें से आपको ढूंढना है. Hidden words. Don't make your own words. From here only you have to make some words. Minimum कितना? 4 letters. 4 letters से ज़्यादा भी कर सकते हैं आप. Okay? But minimum कितना letter रहना चाहिए? 4 letters. And from which word? From this word. The word will be given to you. उसमें से आपको word बनाना है. Okay? So here discover, disc, cover, covered. For more than 4 letter will do. But minimum 4 रहना चाहिए. Then co, over, read. Now for this, you must have a good vocabulary. Right? If you don't have a good vocabulary, what happens? This question may be very difficult for you. But it's not impossible. I would still encourage you. Read your textual. That's why reading is very important. Okay? Now the another word is given there, forgotten. Now this is a little easy. So you can put rotten. Okay? Words which are there, all the letters are there from this word only. Okay? Rotten, forgot, grotto. Grotto, I have written here grotto. Grotto is an inner structure resembling a cave. I just wrote the meaning, so that you can learn a new word. Okay? Grotto. And then you have gone. Now coming to the next question. Spot the errors and correct the sentences. Errors मतलब mistake. अभी sentence दिया हुआ है. Sentence is given to you. There is some mistake. Now mostly this mistake, mostly I am saying, the mistake is about the tense. Okay. So look at this. It says, Anil talk about the well-oiled wrestler. Okay. Now, the mistake is in the tense. Talk नहीं बोलते. Talked. Okay. It's a past tense. Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestling. No, wrestlers. Now, this is textual. Remember? It is from which chapter? The thief story. When you read your story well, children, you know exactly from where it has come. That's why your reading of the lesson is very important. So you know what the mistake is. Okay. So here you've got the tense. You've corrected the tense. This is the corrected tense. Okay. So you have spotted the error. Now complete the following word chain. And this is very easy. But this also needs a lot of thinking. Now your word chain, it just said word chain. So hand का last word क्या है? Last letter देखना है आपको. Okay. And make a new word. So D, desk. Then K is the last word. K ka king. Then G ka goat. What is the last letter? T. T ka thief. F. F is father. Father R round. Next, you have the word money. Money. Y is the last. Yeah. K kite. E elephant. T trunk. K kit. Now this is the word chain. Okay. This is nothing else they've asked you. Just word chain. Now they've asked you in the 8th question, complete the following word chain of nouns. So it has to be only nouns. It cannot be verb. It cannot be adjective. Okay. Remember that. Now hunter. Hunter, last word is R. So noun is what? Name of a person, place, animal, thing. No? So R. So you can write rat. T, tie. E, event. T, thread. Then D, dog. Then what's the last word there? Letter. G. So gold. Okay. So like this you can write. You can have different words, children. I have just put in some words. Remember, you always have to be focused on the last letter in order to make a word chain. Now this is nouns. There is no action word here. You can see that. Now let's come to the ninth one. Now a little more challenging one. Okay. Complete the following word chain of adjectives. Now what are adjectives? विशेषण, describing words. तो आपको सिर्फ विशेषण words लिखना है. Okay. Look at the last word. L. Technical का last word letter is what? L. Now L का adjective बनाना है आपको. So it has to be describing. So loving. This is a loving person. Think of a noun. So you will get the adjective very easily. Loving person, gorgeous looking, no? Gorgeous girl, gorgeous, no? We say. Then splendid, splendid idea. Okay, daring, D ka daring, daring boy. G, good, student. Okay, so like adjectives always describing word. So you can think of that. Now a little more challenging one. Complete the following word chain of verbs. Now verb is easy, action. But what is the question asking you? Verbs of your own in the past tense. Now you have to put action word, but it has to be in which tense? Past tense. So you have already one word given to you. First word is given, thank. Okay, then you have to put the other. So the other word, D will go. What you will have? Digged. ED, no? Past tense. Then drank. I drank water. We finished the action, past tense. Then K, knotted. Gat marna, no? It's called knotted. Then D, danced. Okay, D. Then drown. Dubna, drown. Past tense. Okay, come on. Now come, this is an easy one. But many of you may make mistakes if you're not attentive. Okay, you have to be very careful in grammar. Punctuate the following sentences. Punctuate means you have to put punctuation mark. That's full stop, comma, this and that. Okay, so let's see. After all, he doesn't even pay me. Now what is the starting? Capital letter. Most of you don't write capital letters even for your name, children. So please get into the habit of putting the right punctuation marks. So A, capital, after all, comma, he doesn't, apostrophe. Remember children, this is apostrophe. This is comma. Comma niche aata hai. Apostrophe comes on top here. He doesn't even pay me, full stop. So that you will get your marks if you write all the punctuations right. Then 12th is arrange the following alphabetical order. Alphabets to aapko malum hai. Words sab diya hua hai. If all the words are given, you just put in alphabetical order. So easy. So the first word is, come on, which one? Credit. Come on, do it with me. Second, dream. Third is rainbow. And the last is soldier. Now this, in putting in alphabetical order, this is little challenging means you must see the letters properly. Now you say, teacher, all is E. What you must do then? You must look at the next letter. This is E-N. This is E-N again. Now what it is? But you go back. E-N-T this is. This is E-N-E. So which comes first? E-N-E comes first or E-N-T? E-N-E comes first. So you put that. Energy, enthusiasm. Then next is what? E-V or E-Q? E-Q. Equipment and evolve. Okay. So that way you have to think and write the answer. Then we have, now this is changed to past tense, past perfect continuous tense. The sentence is given and you have to change it to what? Past perfect continuous. You already done a video on tense, children. Get back to your tense chapter. It's very, very important to know your tense very well. Okay. So we were designing the first Macintosh computer. So here we have to change it into past perfect continuous. Now perfect continuous means the action is over. It's completed, but it is still going on. Okay, ing will come. So we had been designing the first Macintosh computer. The next, sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. So identify the verb and write the tense. So you just see which is the verb, hits. So hits, and what is the verb there? Write that it is simple present tense. Then you have the last question, word puzzle, crossword. The words are given, it's all jumbled. Aapko kya karna hai? Correct it. So the first word is what? Nature. Second one is teacher. And last one is alchemy. Alright. So these are the few questions that I put in language study. Children, for your homework, please solve all this, solve all the question worksheet, workshop exercises of Unit 1, Unit 2, solve all the textual and write 2 examples of all these examples that I did with you today. Okay. Have a nice holiday. Take enough rest. Enjoy yourself. But even continue studying. God bless you.